Lila was a 22-year-old cashier working the graveyard shift at a small convenience store off a quiet highway. Most nights were boring, just the hum of refrigerators, the buzz of old lights, and the occasional trucker stopping for coffee. Nothing dangerous, nothing unusual, until the night she met the last customer. He walked in a few minutes before closing. Calm, too calm. He wore a dark jacket zipped all the way up, and he moved through the aisles without looking around, as if he already knew where everything was. He picked up a bottle of water and walked straight to the counter. Lila greeted him, but he didn't answer. He just stared at her, studying her face like he was trying to match it to something he'd seen before. When he finally spoke, his voice was flat and quiet. "You're alone tonight, right?" Lila felt her stomach drop. Customers didn't ask things like that. She gave a nervous laugh, pretending she didn't hear him. The man leaned closer. "You should lock the doors, now!" Lila's hand drifted toward the panic button under the counter, but he raised his palm gently. "I'm not here to hurt you," he said. "I came to warn you." The store felt colder. The lights buzzed louder. Lila looked at the security monitor behind him. Empty aisles, empty parking lot, nothing out of place. "What are you warning me about?" she asked. The man took a slow breath. "There's someone else in here with us." Before Lila could react, she heard it. A soft creak from the storage room door behind her. Not loud, but unmistakable. Her heart started pounding. She didn't turn around. She couldn't. The man's eyes shifted past her shoulder. "He followed me for 3 nights," he said. "I'm trying to stop him before he kills again." Lila felt her throat tighten. "You think the killer is here? Right now?" The man shook his head slowly. "He's not coming." He stared harder at the storage room. "He's already inside." Lila's breathing quickened. She backed up until she hit the counter. "I know I look like him," the man said. "I know the police are looking for someone who looks exactly like me, but he copies people. Faces, clothes, the way they move. He watches them until he can pass as them." Lila shook her head in disbelief. "That's impossible," a second voice interrupted her, a voice identical to his. "You should lock the door, now." Lila spun around. Standing in the doorway of the storage room was the same man, same jacket, same hair, same face, except he was smiling, a wide, wrong, unnatural smile that didn't match the eyes. Lila screamed and stumbled away. Both men stared at each other like reflections in a broken mirror. The one at the counter whispered, "Don't let him leave." And then the store exploded into movement. Shelves rattled, cans fell to the floor. The two identical men crashed into each other, fighting violently, silently. No shouts, no cries, just the brutal sound of bodies slamming into metal. Lila ducked behind the counter, shaking so hard she could barely breathe. Then, just as suddenly as it started, it ended. One of the men stood in the aisle, covered in scratches, breathing heavily. He looked at her with exhausted eyes. "Call the police," he said, but the lights flickered, once, twice, and when they steadied, he was gone. No footsteps, no door chime, just emptiness. When the police reviewed the security footage, they found exactly 67 seconds of static during the fight. No images, no faces, no proof. And the officer reviewing the video said something that still keeps Lila awake at night. In every frame where we do see someone, there's only one figure. Never two. Lila quit her job the next morning, but every few weeks, customers report a strange man wandering the aisles late at night, moving like he's searching for someone or something. And he always leaves before anyone realizes he was ever there.